less. Didi will take you through all of that. So this is just so you will be able to polish your look. You want you to look natural all the time, not artificial. Mind you, this is Ghana's most beautiful. And whenever you're putting yourself together from your head to your feet, your makeup, everything about you should be absolutely Ghanaian, but radiant, and get compliments wherever you go. So the makeup she's going to teach us today is going to be natural, it's going to be regular, it's going to make you radiant. And there is one trick. Makeup can actually make you look healthy. Yes. There are times that you walk about and you are not sick, but everybody keeps asking you, are you not well? Are you okay? It means there is a shine that is dimmed. But the moment you apply makeup and you apply it well, and the colors are right for your skin tone, and the colors are appropriate for you, you realize that your eyes begin to shine. The white in your eyes, they look brighter when the makeup is right, and your smile, it gets whiter and brighter. So you want to know that this makeup is good? You will realize it by the way you look. Suddenly your eyes will be popping, your lips will stand out, your nose will be exposed. I mean, my very word. Oh, you better not say it. So today, we're going to make sure that we look natural, we look radiant, we'll get a compliment, and most of all, we'll look healthy. Didi, I'll come to you now. So let's get to the practical ways of having, this is what a lady needs. Every woman. So if you're lucky to be watching us live on TV, we're giving you free makeup tutorials from the GMB Reality House. Didi from Tara, over to you.
Hi, Miss Nancy. Thank you so much for having me. Hi, beautiful ladies.
Hi, Didi.
Okay, it's an honor to be here this evening, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so today we are all about learning how to do basic daily makeup for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we should always understand the fact that makeup is very personal. And anytime you apply something as little as a lip balm, it is makeup. So just don't get the fact in your mind that you don't like makeup at all. If you wear a lipstick, if you wear body pomade, body lotion, sorry, that is even makeup. So just know that anything to enhance your beauty is makeup. And as we know, we are stepping out as queens. So we should always have it at the back of our mind that you should look enhanced. We are not saying go about to change your actual face and all that, but always step out looking enhanced. A little foundation, a little powder, a little brow work, you're good to go. And it's also important that you wear lashes sometimes because it enhances your eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this evening, we are going to talk about what you need as a lady for your makeup. So if you have a makeup bag, what should be in your makeup bag? First off, before you have your makeup bag, you need a skincare routine. So basically cleaning your skin, toning, applying moisturizer and sunscreen, especially when you are working out during the day. Even if you are going to be in the room, you are going to be indoors during the day, you need to wear sunscreen. It is very important that you have sunscreen on. And that is why House of Tara, because we think about your skin, we have a whole skincare product range for you.
All right, Didi, please
Yes.
get down and start picking up the things that we will need, and let's get it more
Okay.
practical.
So as a lady, you always want to make sure that you have a clean facial canvas. And the first thing you always need to have to do this is a facial cleanser. And with me here is the House of Tara facial cleanser.
But why don't you get your moves in so that you start application and all
All right,
that?
so let's welcome our muse.
Yeah. Hi, pretty woman.
Hi.
Please have a seat.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are on the job.
All right. So first off, with my muse, her name is Fatima. I've already done her skincare
Her cleansing.
routine. So I'll just go through what we did before you had the canvas. So first off, we use the facial cleanser to clean the face, to take off any dirt or grime, excess oil. We use the facial cleanser to do that. All right. So after cleansing, you want to make sure that you are taking your skin back to its actual pH. We know that the skin is more softer and delicate than any other part of our body. So what you always need to do is use a toner to keep the skin back to its actual pH. Because if you don't do that and your facial cleanser has ingredients in it that are harsher than your actual skin tone, it tends to make your skin sensitive. So you use a toner to take your skin back to its actual pH. House of Tara also has a facial toner just for you. Then you go in to use your moisturizer. After your moisturizer, you need to protect your skin from the sun. Now, there's something about the House of Tara sunscreen lotion. It doesn't give a white cast. Meaning that when you apply it on your body or your face, it doesn't give that white feel. And I'll do one for you to see. So I have a sunscreen on my hand, and then you see, as I wipe it, there's no white cast at all. So you always want to make sure that you have a sunscreen in your bag so that you don't go out looking ashy. And then you need a Tara sunscreen because you don't want to go out looking like a ghost.
So this is actually for the face?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a sunscreen for the face.
For the face. Okay.
Exactly. So you can see what it looks like.
So
absolutely no white
if
cast.
I may, if there is white in it, it can actually turn the color of your foundation around.
Ashy. It can make it ashy.
Yes, and it can make it even lighter because it will dilute the color that is in it. So it's always better for you to get this recommended one without the white tint. Then you get your original color. So you realize that if you applied it with this one and you added something with white, it will look whiter or lighter than your original skin tone. Yeah.
Miss
So
Nancy,
this is
you're really
awesome.
good with makeup.
Oh, Ghana's only style coach.
I know.
Babes! Thank you.
She knows her onions, guys. She knows her onions. Also,
Yeah.
one thing about it is the fact that it's not oily. You can see,
Yes.
right? It's not oily. So if you are looking for the best sunscreen on the market, you should get this, the Tara
Awesome.
sunscreen.
Awesome.
All right. So going into the makeup itself. So I'm going to talk to you about the basic things you need in your makeup box or your makeup bag. Then we go in straight to the main deal. So as a lady, what you need in your makeup bag, first of all, is a mist. The mist is used to prep the skin. It's used to make the skin look supple. So before anything, we go in, spray just a little on her face.
Is that water-based or oily-based?
This is water-based.
Awesome.
Your mist should always be water-based.
Water-based.
And then I just pat on her skin. Don't forget that you always have to start with clean hands, okay?
Of course.
And we did. We washed our hands before starting.
Sure.
So you pat her skin dry. Then you go in to use your primer. It is very important to always use your primer. Once you know your skin type, you know the primer to use.
Yes.
We know that we have sensitive skin, we have dry skin, we have oily skin, we have normal skin, we have combination skin. So
Combination is oily and dry.
You could, Miss Nancy, do you know that you could be combination dry or combination oily? Yes.
Yeah.
So just in case you don't know, you could be combination dry, meaning that you have some parts of your face being very dry and some parts of your face being normal.
Oily.
So that is, so for the combination dry is dry and normal. And then we have the combination oily, where you have someone having excess oil on their T-zones or certain parts of their face, and then the other parts of their face looking
who has
normal.
that very beautiful oily skin here? Titiaka.
Titi, yes. Titi
And
has.
Nura also has it. You would think it's something bad, but when you are out there in the winter, it's the best skin you would have.
And when you are
Everybody, yes, everybody would be withering and wrinkling, and you will look elegant and beautiful. So back here with our son, sometimes it can be, but please don't be too hard on it. It's all right if you take good care of yourself.
Exactly.
Yes, back to you.
So anytime you are going to prep your skin, you should know your skin type. Your skin type helps you to know the kind of primer to use. So if you have oily skin, you want to go in for a primer that mattifies your skin. And if you have dry skin, you want to go in for a hydrating primer. Also, if you have normal skin, you can always choose to do matte or dry. Okay, so you want to know that, okay, I have oily skin, I'm going out. How long are you going to stay outside? Then you know the kind of primer you are using. So you are going in for a primer and a foundation that is going to last you for more than 12 hours.
Yes.
Okay, so that you know that, oh, okay, it will take me maybe 3 or 4 hours to blot, and then I'm good to go. We know our dry skin ladies, they are always looking the same from morning to evening, or even better during the day, because they have to use products that do not dry out their skin. So if you see someone with a dry skin and they have makeup on, and then later on in the day they are looking ashy, it means that they use something that is too drying. So if you want to have your makeup looking the same from morning to evening, then you want to make sure that you are helping your skin by using something with oil in it. Okay. So now, Muse here, she has combination skin. So we are going to use a primer that mattifies certain parts of her face. Okay. Because we already moisturized her skin, so we are only going into her T-zones to apply the primer. So you want to make sure that the primer goes all over the forehead, the bridge of the nose, some parts of her cheeks, and then the jaw. Okay. Is that the jaw? The chin.
The chin. That's fine. Yes. So, I mean, while she was talking, I realized none of you asked. Mattifying, matte, what is it? Does anybody know? Oh, okay.
All right. Sunsuma, help us.
Microphone for Sunsuma, please.
What I understand about mattifying is it gives a dry look,
exactly.
A dry finishing.
Exactly.
Yes.
And also extends the wear of your makeup. All right.
So instead of you having oil all over, you would have the normal skin than those who have the normal skin after makeup application. Right.
Exactly.
And so you realize there are lipsticks that are mattifying. So if you've got dry lips, you stay away from them because it will make your lips feel even drier. So you get oil sheen lipsticks. So know about the matte and the oily products on the market.
Okay.
Yes.
So next on our list is a foundation. So House of Tara, we have foundation for all skin types, guys. We have something for everybody. Everybody. Also know that House of Tara makes makeup products that are good for your skin. They are calm to your skin. They are soothing to your skin. We have here with our bestseller, the Tara Gold Skin Foundation. This foundation is suitable for all skin types. Everybody. There's something new for everybody. It's made with vitamin E and aloe vera and sunscreen to protect your skin from sun damage. So
does it mean if I'm wearing that, I don't need the sunscreen?
No, you always need to wear a sunscreen. But this gives a boost. Also know that if a bottle tells you that there is this amount of sunscreen in it, know that the amount of sunscreen in it is for the whole bottle, which means that you still need your regular sunscreen. Okay, you need your regular sunscreen. Okay.
The sunscreen is a must for every woman.
Do not
with our kind of weather, especially if you've ever tried anything bleaching on your skin. The sun will burn you. You need protection. GMB, no one is bleaching. But when you go out there, don't be tempted. And if you ever are, you would have to always wear your sunscreen. But I know nobody would ever.
Miss Nancy is coming for anyone who tones their
skin.
Yes,
I will come for. I will start posting your pictures. But we have it, yeah? Yeah. I will have it. Look at her very beautiful dark skin, and then don't try it. Yes, back to you, Didi.
All right, so here with me is the Tara Gold Skin Foundation. This foundation is good for all skin types. It has more coverage than all other products. It's long lasting. This foundation doesn't move. It's non-transferable. Trust me, guys. And I know you've used it. We've been using it since the beginning of the show.
Yes.
So we all can attest to the fact that our foundations are the best on the market, right? Yeah. All right.
If you're looking for foundation that does not transfer when you hug your beloved, some girls are causing all manner of problems in their colleagues' homes and all of that, because the moment she hugs you, the paint that she will leave on your shoulder, God help you. Tara has the best.
Yes,
it
and then when you make phone calls too, it doesn't stain your phone.
Your phone. Oh, nice.
Okay, so this is one for my oily girls like myself and Miss Nancy. So we have the Tara Flawless Matte Foundation. Our Flawless Matte Foundation is perfect for the oily skin girl. We know how most of our Ghanaian skin beauties have oily skin, or even with your combination skin. This foundation is able to keep your oil at bay for at least, the least is 4 hours.
Okay.
So it can last you the whole day with just 2 blots for the day.
Awesome.
Yes, depending on your
So
skin
Didi,
type.
let's
yes.
get to the work.
So
we want to
with
see you
our
do it.
Muse, we are going to use our skin foundation for her.
Awesome.
Yes. So she is in the shade 212. We've already tested her shade.
So whenever you're buying your makeup, make sure that you know your skin tone. You don't want to look some way at some part of your face and another way at some part of your skin. So you check your skin, you check your neck, you check your face. You should have some kind of coordination. If there is a variance, it has to be very, very, very slight. But otherwise, everything, your neck, your ears, your face should have same color. So let's move.
All right. So going in, so apply your foundation. You need 2 things, a brush or a beauty blender. So your beauty blender should always be damp and very soft. It helps you to cover more areas of the face. So we are going to use the brush and the beauty blender together today.
All right. To get it to cover very well. So you know, Didi, we are pressed with time. So
yes.
as much
So
as
we are
possible, let's
in.
get to the job. So ladies, this is how
you apply your
foundation. I don't mind if you do one part of a face. So that will be, yeah. At least we'll have the other parts to compare and contrast, right?
Exactly.
Great, great.
So this is the foundation on her skin. I'm just going in fast to blend. Always make sure that you are doing one part of your face first. It helps you to make sure that you are targeting a specific area instead of
all
doing
over at
all
once.
at once.
Oh, we are all culprits. Now I learned something. Yeah.
Who has been doing that?
Okay. Oh, I actually do that too. I mean, I'm always in a hurry, so when I pick it up,
No, so cover one part of the face,
rush.
and then you know that, okay, so that everything is in, and everything is well blended on the skin. Then you do the other parts of the face.
Awesome.
So you use your brush, and then you use the beauty blender
blender
to just blot out.
And I understand the beauty blender has always to be slightly wet.
So
yes.
when we say damp, we mean you put it under a tap, you make sure that the water is inside, and then you squeeze everything out, blot it in a tissue, and you're good to go. So there is no water in it. Okay.
Yeah.
So the next thing we do.
So you see that the foundation is so good, you only see a more even part of her face. It's not changed. And this is what you need, that your color, you know, your skin tone, your color, you get it, whichever product that you would find. But trust me, Tara is the best. So why don't you do Tara?
Yes.
I love the feel already.
So next on our list is concealers. Concealers are basically used to cover up blemishes, to highlight the face, to give that to the look. So we are using a concealer to highlight under her eyes, because you know that she has just a little dark under eye. So we are just using the concealer to cover that and give her eyes a lift. So when you want to give the eye a lift, you go this way, just a little up. Okay, the moment you do this, you are turning the attention to the other side of the eye. So you want to give the eye a lift, you do this. You go up. And please don't spread your concealer all the way to the cheeks, please.
We shouldn't?
No. Please don't spread your concealer all the way. It should be a triangle. Is this an inverted triangle?
Yeah, when the
yes.
it's down, the V is facing down. It's an
so
inverted
it should
triangle.
be an inverted triangle. And then you would get the lift you want. So we go back in with our beauty blender. And then look at how the eyes lift. Turn a little towards me.
So we had the sunscreen, we
had
had
the
the primer, we have the foundation on, and now the concealer,
Yes.
which is supposed to be an inverted triangle. It should not cover all of your cheek.
So we see how it's giving the face a lift instead of making the face look flat.
Flat. So we're enhancing your facial features. Everybody has got a face shape, and that is why you need to learn, because how your highlights or concealers are supposed to be applied is different. She's got high cheekbones, very almost Chinese face. So what she needs is not what I need. So know your face and know what your makeup person is doing for you. So if the person is not being kind to your face shape, you should be able to know this. It's also very important. Yes.
Also do well to blend your concealer very well under the eye, because you don't want to look cakey under your eye.
Yeah.
Under our eyes tend to be very dry than any part of our face. So when you apply your concealer, please blend it well so that there are no cracked lines in there.
Okay.
So next on to set our concealer and foundation, I'll be using the Tara foundation powder. So this is our powder palette, and this is what it looks like. There's something for everybody. So with this palette, you are able to do your highlighting, contouring, and regular powder in at the same time.
Together.
The Tara powders have dual coverage. That is called. That's why it's called the dual powder. It has dual coverage. It has foundation in it. And then look at how smooth it applies.
So does it mean that on days that you don't need to wear your liquid foundation, you can just do the powder and you'll be covered? Oh, good.
And you're good to go.
So you know how you're just walking about, taking a stroll, you don't really have to go anywhere. Just use the powder. It will give you a bit of coverage, cover your blemishes when we say coverage, and then it would mattify your face a little bit of lip gloss, and you can stand outside your house and be waving at people that missed you whilst you were in the house, you know. And we all know that when you go back home, you don't know bye-bye again, oh. Queenly, queenly. Yeah, that's how it's going to be done.
So I'm using this palette. I'm using the lighter shade for under her eye. I'll be using the darker shade for contouring. And then her natural skin shade for the rest of her face. So we want to make sure that anytime you contour, you are looking at your earlobe. So where if you have a piercing, it's called the tragus, you are looking at this side. So you make sure you are patting it into that part of your face, and you are going upward. So to have that chiseled face look, you want to move upward and not downward. When you move downward, you are going to make your face look flat. Okay. So you go up, and then you look at how she looks like here and here. So you see the difference.
Yes.
And then you also want to make sure that there's a little of that contour powder all over the forehead, the outer perimeters of the forehead. So you go with that on, and then the jawline, finally.
Okay. So contouring on the forehead, around the cheek to the earlobe, and the jawline.
So if you have wider jaws or a double chin, you want to make sure that you are covering it up. Basically, contour means you are shading. So you are hiding something. So you have a wider nose, you make sure that you contour. You have a wider jawline, you contour the sides of your jawline. If you have a double chin, you contour that side of the face.
So contouring means applying the darker shades that would hide it. When you apply the lighter shades, you are enhancing it, exposing it. So yeah, it looks like most parts of my nose would have to be
No. And also make sure that when you are doing your contour, you are not going overboard.
Yeah.
Because it will tend
not like
to look
black.
You do like 2 shades darker. So it has that natural feel with it.
Yeah.
So we are going to contour a little part of her nose, and we are not going to use the dark shade. We are just going to use 2 shades darker than
her own skin tone. So what is contour for you may not be contour for me,
someone else,
depending on our skin tone. So just because we use this for this person, don't be wondering why they didn't use it for you. With eyeshadows, with everything, your skin tone determines what looks great on you. And that's why we bring in professionals to do your makeup all the time. So when they are making you up, if you have questions, you can ask them. But otherwise, don't be interested in what we're doing for another person, because it may not work for your skin tone nor your face shape, right?
Right.
Great.
So we are going into her natural color, and then I'm using that for the rest of her face. And please make sure that you are patting the product in. Don't swipe it. So when you swipe, just little product comes onto your face.
Okay.
But when you tap it in,
Tap.
tap it
tap,
in.
tap,
So that the
tap.
skin actually receives the
Sees it.
product. Okay. So make sure you're tapping it in. And you can also note that I'm going all over the highlights, the contour, everything with the actual
Finishing
powder.
powder.
This is to make sure that everything is well blended in. So next on our list, we are going to have our blush. There is something about blush. And Miss Nancy, you know, I get people saying, I don't like blush, I don't like blush. I'm like, no, no. Don't you love it?
I adore it.
Like, a lady shouldn't step out without blush. And it's just, yes. Yes, please don't step out without blush.
You see her face, everything is so natural. The touch of the blush has made her face come alive. You know, it's more beautiful even with light-skinned women. The white and women like Ohima and all of you light, because it gives you energy. It makes you look alive. Sometimes being light makes you look pale. And even the dark ones, it makes us look beautiful. So blush, I didn't used to like it. And I fell in love with it, and yeah.
So with me here is the Tara Blusher. It comes
like
in
the
this
color.
beautiful pink, and it's suitable for all skin tones, black, white. Every skin tone is good for you.
Definitely.
And let me show you one trick.
Tell us.
Always add a little blush to the bridge of your nose.
Okay. I see.
Okay, so who can tell me what blushes are for? Who knows what it does?
Blush?
Anyone?
Blush? No.
All right, so basically, blush adds a flash of warmth to your face. Okay, so we have people who do just regular foundations and powders. And we know that if you just do foundation and powders, your face looks flat.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's actually something there. Yeah. But once you add a touch of blush, you tend to look like, it's her natural skin. She's glowing. She's looking like someone just tickled her. And she's
healthy.
Exactly. So warm, you always want to make
alive,
sure
healthy. That is what blush does for you.
Okay, and there is another trick I have up my sleeves. So with blush, we know there's a new trend of liquid blushes and all that. And see, guys, let me tell you about the Tara Kiss Kiss lipsticks.
Okay.
And Miss Nancy, did you know that all our products are multifunctional? You can use them like in so many different ways.
Okay.
So our liquid lipsticks can also double as blushes.
Okay.
And even eyeshadow bases. So guys, like you are getting value for your money. You are getting value for your money. So if you want to use a liquid lipstick for your blush, you want to make sure that you are blending it in very well. Yeah. And also your application. It should be on top of your contour. So always make sure that when you're applying your liquid blushes, you're applying it on top of your contour. So you see, we applied the contour on the earlobe, and then we went on to apply the blush on top of the contour. So it blends in with the highlighted area of the face. Okay? All right. So next on our list, we are going to have our bronzer, or what we call highlighters now. Okay. Just a little. When you're stepping out in the day, you want the sun to give you that kind of reflection that you need on your face. So just a little. In the evening, you can go overboard with your blush.
A little more.
Sorry, with your highlighter.
Yes.
But then, during the daytime, you want to make sure that you're just doing a little.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Especially if you have oily skin. Yes, when you have so much blush on you, your nose would look like the sun is setting on it. Your forehead will begin to ooze with oil. Everything is amplified. So if you have oily skin, be careful with the blushes. And do we have blushes that doesn't have, you know, that sparkle in it?
Yes, we do. Our
Okay.
blush doesn't have the sparkle in it.
Okay.
The blush is plain.
Okay,
is
and the
matte.
highlights too?
No, so the bronzers do the highlighting.
Highlights.
Yes. So
So
the
they
bronzers
always have the sparkle in it.
in
So
it. Exactly.
that makes sense now. Would you do the eyebrow?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
So
and a
you do
little-
the eyebrow after everything. Is that your style?
Yes.
So for
But
us, we can
then-
learn. I get to do the eyebrow
Brow first.
before because
Exactly.
I
So
will
if-
lose it.
if
That's
you
the
are
most
pressed-
important
if you are
part for
pressed
me.
with time,
Yes.
if you are
so,
pressed with time, you are in a rush and all that, you want to make sure that you are doing your skin work first.
okay.
Because doing your skin work is faster.
Okay.
You know how sometimes when you are doing your brows and it doesn't go the
Hey,
way
hey.
you want it, it will ruin the whole makeup
Can your
process.
emotions affect the way you draw your eyebrows?
Of
Because
course.
there are days that you draw is not drawing. You contour, the contour is not contouring. Hey!
Exactly.
We struggle. But practice, they say, makes perfect. So as you go in, as you are in-house, every day when you wake up, fix yourself. Today you know what to do. Fix your eyebrows, fix your foundation. Keep doing it. By the time you are out of the house, you are almost a pro. You catch? When mommy is stepping out, you help mommy. When your sisters are stepping out, you help them. Make sure you get everything you need as a lady in your makeup bag. I mean, this time, as important as your sanitary parts are, your grooming things, your body lotions, makeup is the next important thing. Yes, Didi?
All right, so the next thing we are going to do is just quickly rush through the brows, and then we do a little eyeshadow work. Then we are
Okay.
good to go. Can I get a brow pencil, please?
Okay,
Okay,
let's
so
get
while we
a
are waiting for our brow pencil,
a
let
brow
me
pencil.
do a quick eye look
Okay.
so that we
whilst we wait for it.
Yes.
So show us some of the colors that we can use for eyeshadows.
So when you're doing your natural day work look, you could always use your powder palette.
Okay.
It works, Miss Nancy.
oh,
It
yeah.
works every single time. One thing you might need in a rush is an eyeshadow primer. So this is the Tara eyeshadow primer. It serves as a base to help make your eyeshadow last longer. So you go in with your powder, you just apply your eyeshadow primer on your eyelid, and then you go in with your powder. So it gives it that pop of color
Yes.
that you need.
Yes. It enhances the average.
So just a little on the eyelid, just a little.
So I will get a pencil. Yeah. Thank you. Now we have it.
So we want to make sure that it's just going onto the
Sorry.
eyelid. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Onto the eyelid. And then we will pat the powder in it.
Okay.
And then look at how
So
the
that
color.
means that you really don't need color during the day. You don't need color.
You don't want
Yes,
to look
you may have an
extra.
eye palette that has got some natural tones in it, but you don't need it so much so that you can use your powder palette to do the same thing. So know that your everyday look is not colorful. But hey, I am on TV, so my everyday look still has the oh my God factor. It still has it. Yes. So.
Okay, so Miss Nancy, you can also use the darker color on the palette as your transition.
Okay.
So what we mean by transition is that when you apply your eyeshadow, you want to have a transition. You see Miss Nancy's eye has a transition. That's the darker shade you can see all over the crease.
The crease.
So you use that and then you blend it all over.
Okay.
The
After
crease.
the crease, quickly do the brow for us.
Sure.
Because our time
We are
is
pressed with
almost
time.
out. So, girls, are we having a good time? You're learning, right? If I come here and your face is not made up, you are not forgiven. Because it's for you. This is us just covering up our blemishes. That's for me, that is what makeup is. My nose is my nose, my eyes are my eyes. There is nothing I can do about it. But if there are potholes on my face, if there are, skin discolorations on my face tone is not even, I'm able to use makeup to get an even skin tone. And that makes you look younger and healthier. I'll give you a trick. If you get your foundation wrong, shades darker than your skin tone, automatically you add 10 years to your age. So if you make up and you start looking like your mom, suddenly you are made up and you look at your face and you look like, hey, today I'm looking like mommy, my sister. You have done yourself something. Not because mommy is not pretty, but what you applied has aged you. So make sure that you enhance your beauty. So when we watch the movies, when we watch the series all over television, you realize that if we want somebody to look older, it's still makeup they use. Yes. Makeup that was not done well. Makeup that was done the other way round. So you can use makeup to take 10 years off your age, and you can use makeup to add 10 years to your age. So if anybody ever applies, oh yeah.